Today we're going to learn how to make a frame-by-frame animation using Photoshop. So we're going to start in Photoshop and create a new document. Since this is going to be for motion, for video, we're going to use one of the film and video presets. We could either use 1080p or 720p. I'm going to suggest we use 720p, at least for this experiment. Click Create, and it will open a document that looks like every Photoshop document you've ever seen. What we want to do is convert this into a video document. So to do that, we're going to turn on the Timeline palette by going to Window and down to Timeline. When you select that, the Timeline palette will appear and it'll be sort of floating here in the middle of the screen. I suggest, for good workflow, that you drag it all the way down to the bottom until you see that blue line appear, and then let go. And this will dock it to the bottom of the screen, which will make it a lot easier. So I've got my document, I've got my timeline set up. Next, I should probably save this. So go up to File, Save As, and give it a name. I'm going to call it Animation. Okay. So far, everything is just as it would be for a normal Photoshop document. We have a background layer and we have a canvas. So now we want to convert this into a video document. There are two ways to do that. If we go down here to the timeline window and I hit this little arrow, you can see we have two options. We can either create a video timeline or we can create a frame animation. Guess which one we want to make? Wrong. We want to make a video timeline. Even though it sounds like we'd want to make a frame animation, that's the old way of doing it. And by making a video timeline, we'll actually have a whole lot of options that wouldn't be available otherwise. Like we can do onion skinning, and we can have multiple layers that are animated. So the one we want, surprisingly, is Create Video Timeline. And then you want to hit that button. And as soon as you do, the timeline window will change. You'll see now we have an audio track, and we have a layer 0. In order to start building an animation, we're going to have to create what's called a video layer. To do that, go up to the Layers menu, go down, and choose Video Layers, then New Blank Video Layer. Click that, and a new layer will appear down here. And if you check it out over here in the Layers palette, you can see it has a little movie frame icon next to it, indicating that it's a different kind of layer than the rest. This is going to allow us to do some really interesting things. Next, we're going to change some of the settings to make sure our animation is set up properly. To change the settings, you go down to the Timeline palette, and then all the way over here to this little tiny menu that you would never find unless you knew exactly that you were supposed to be looking for it in the first place. If you click that button, a pop-up menu will appear. These are the things we need to change. First thing, the timeline frame rate. Go ahead and click that. You'll see that by default, the timeline frame rate is 29.97 frames per second. Basically 30 frames per second. That's the standard frame rate for video. But if we use that for animation, it's going to make our jobs really, really tough. Because if you think about it, that means for every 1 second of animation we're going to make, you would have to draw 30 separate pictures. That could get old really fast. So to make things a little easier on ourselves, let's switch that to a more reasonable 10 frames per second. It's about as low as we can get away with and still have the animation seem fairly smooth. There are a couple other things we need to change real quick. Just make sure these are set properly. Number one, make sure loop playback is turned on. That'll make it easier to preview our animation as we work. Make sure enable timeline shortcut keys is set. And finally, make sure enable onion skins is turned off for now. Now let's look at this timeline. If you're familiar with Premiere or After Effects, this is going to look familiar. We have layers that are stacked up here, And we have a playhead that we can scrub from left to right. And we have a zoom option down here where we can zoom in on that timeline. And if I look at what we have so far, I can see that by default, it made my layer 0 and layer 1 both 5 seconds long. Well, to help prevent some of the confusion here, I'm going to start by renaming layer 0 to background. Okay. Layer 1, our video layer, is the one that we're really concerned about. And for our first animation, I think I want it to be we're going to make it about 2 seconds long. So to change the length of time of an animation, you can either grab it by the end of the clip and drag it to where you want it, or you can click this little triangle and set the duration. Here it's not quite 2 seconds, so I'm going to change that to a 2 and hit return. Now I'm going to drag the background down so it's the same length as well. And to make it a little easier to edit, I'm going to zoom in again. Now my whole timeline encompasses exactly 2 seconds. Let's look at how a video layer actually works. I'm going to go up here and choose layer 1. It's important I make sure that's the one that's selected. And I'm going to make sure the playhead is all the way back here on frame 1. Then if I take a drawing tool, and you could use really any of the drawing tools, any way that you can make an image in Photoshop is fair game when you're drawing on a video layer. So there's lots and lots of possibilities. I'm going to start by drawing something very simple here, like, I don't know, I'm going to draw a little circle. Yes, that's a circle. Okay. Then I'm going to skip ahead to the next frame, and there's 2 ways to do that. I can either drag the timeline over to the second frame, or I can hit the right arrow, and that jumps me to the second frame. Now if I draw something different on the second frame, and then maybe something different on the third frame, and then something different on the fourth frame, and something different on the fifth frame, you can see what's happening here. I'll cycle back. I have 5 separate drawings, and they're each on a different frame, but they all live on this layer 1 timeline layer. And if I hit the play button, I can watch that animation go. A video layer has as many frames as there are frames in the timeline. A standard layer stays the same throughout the entire timeline. So for example, if I go to the background layer and I draw something on it like some ground, notice that that ground appears on every single frame as I cycle through. If I play the animation, this is what I get. This is super handy. It means you can animate something and then draw the background separately, and you don't have to redraw it over and over again for every single frame.